I think, honestly, man, hunting's in my nature. I always like to say there's nothing that I can do to control it. Some people see it and they glamorize it and they want to go do it. Hunting, for me, I have to do it.
Oh, there's nowhere I'm packing you out. It's so heavy. So we're first 5 minutes into the hunt and this snowstorm rolled in and trees are going down around us. Should we just find a safe place right now?
We could not have picked a worse time to go spring bear hunting. Yes, you're gonna get weather. In Idaho, you're always gonna get weather. But it was like we went hunting in the fall, not like we went hunting in the spring.
So we started off with a snowstorm and a complete whiteout. We hid in some live trees because dead trees were going around, and we just kind of took shelter because we couldn't get out of the trees. And then we gained quite a bit of elevation, hiked in. It's clear right now, so it's pretty good bear weather. I'm hoping we can pick one up tonight and then find it again tomorrow. It just depends how far away it is, if we can get a shot on tonight or not. Right now, we're just gonna set up camp and then get to glassing the rest of daylight. All right, so it's our first full day of the bear hunt. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and there have been 0 bears spotted. I'm just waiting for proof of life before I leave this canyon tomorrow.
It's unbelievable.
There's been a lot of naps taken, and we've seen a ton of elk, and then we've gotten this weather. We're just waiting for a little bit better weather. The rest of the week's supposed to be warmer, so I'm hoping that's when they start popping out.
All right, it's the morning of day 3. We kind of got rained out yesterday after probably the last update that we gave. And later in the afternoon, storms just kept rolling in. We ended up being in and out of the tent, and then probably around 7 o'clock, we just were in the tents from then on out. It started snowing and raining, and it rained into the night. So today and tomorrow are going to be the best weather days. We're packing up right now and heading into a different canyon. It's going to be a jaunt, but we're heading into a different canyon that has a lot more bears than this canyon does. But we kind of came in here for a specific bear, can't find them, can't find any bears. Tons of deer and elk, no bears. So we're going to pack up here, go to a different canyon, and hopefully we can pick up some bears this afternoon and try to get it done. Today and tomorrow are going to be our best weather days, and they're still not perfect, so we're going to try and get 1 or 2 bears on the ground in the next 2 days and hope for the best.
Do you want these? So we got to the trailhead of the next basin we're gonna hike into. We're gonna hike in, set up camp, hopefully find a bear. It's been pretty rough so far, but this is the nicest day we have and that we're gonna have. So I'm really hoping we pick one up today. And yeah, then hopefully we kill one.
I grew up in Boy Scouts and stuff like that. I learned all my survival skills and everything. like, you can't kill me. It's not that it's true, it's not true. Like, you can kill anyone out there. The mountains have killed way better men than me, but you have to have that mindset. If I'm dead, you've been dead for weeks.
This sucks, is the update. 0 bears, 2 ticks, lots of elevation gain to go find the bears. I'm over it, let's go home. Oh God. Fear is coming into play. All right, so after Justin glassed up that small bear, I of course glassed up a bigger bear, and we decided to side hill through all the avalanche chutes over to a ridge. When I first glassed up, it was about 1,025 yards. And we figured if we could get to this ridge that we're on right now, it would be a 700-yard shot. He's in the middle of those 4 trees behind bushes.
Yeah, but he's at 9:57 all of a sudden. He was just at like 8:20.
That's where he was, though. Unfortunately, the bear boogied uphill, and it was around the 870 and then kept going up range, and I just didn't feel comfortable taking that shot. I haven't been shooting a ton, and that was just outside of my capabilities right now, and I didn't want to do it. So, but I feel good about it. And then Justin spotted a giant boar about 100 yards from that bear I was going to shoot. So we've glassed them up. We're going to get back in here tomorrow morning and sit all day, and hopefully they're down a little bit lower in the canyon and we can get a shot off or 2 and kill 2 bears. Well, it is what it is.
Times get hard when weather gets bad. I mean, all those things, it's always going to be stacked against you in the mountains. They live there all the time. We just are there, for a week.
Where is that strawberry shortcake?
So if you only have a certain amount of time, you really got to make it count with every second that you have, whether it's raining or snowing or anything else. Could be a moose, but I wouldn't expect them up this high this time of the year. But yeah, it's a moose. How wild was that? Can't believe there's any moose in here with all the wolves. It's the morning of day 4. We just got out to our little glassing ridge here. We haven't seen any bears yet. It's pretty early, it's like 9:15, but I think our plan right now is to glass for a little bit, and if we don't see anything, we're gonna make a big move, like 2 ridges over to where we saw the bears last night, and hope that one of them comes out low. When we first saw them, they would have been like a 550-yard shot or something like that, if they were to come out from the same area. And that's where the water is on that side, so I think our plan right now is to glass for probably another 15-20 minutes and then make a big move over there and hope we catch them coming out of their beds.
So this is where I last saw him. He just went into the tree on the right.
He was above that?
Yeah, he was right behind that rock pile, up and to the right, and then I caught him in the opening, and he was standing there, and then like he kind of startled.
Which way you went straight up?
Either straight up or up and to the right, towards that other rock pile.
It's literally right where I shot my bear last year. He knows the bear's there. I'm so confused. I don't know if the bear that I just saw when I put up the spotter was the same bear or not. It looked like the brown muzzled bear from earlier, but the other one, this one that I just saw coming across, that's not the same bear. It's got a dark face through and through. The brown muzzled one is a little smaller than this. Looks like maybe the big one that we saw up there. About an hour and a half ago, probably, we were headed out of here because the weather just got too nasty. And we got over here, I don't know, maybe 400 yards. And it kind of cleared up, so we were sitting there glassing back this way. And I picked up a bear right where we expected it to be earlier. And me and Charlie just busted it over here. We probably made it across 3 avalanche chutes in maybe 10 minutes to get over to this spot and set up. And the bear almost played the script. He came down, got way closer to us where we needed him to be, and I just needed him to walk out from these trees into this avalanche chute. And there was an elk in the avalanche chute, and they were just looking at each other. And they didn't really know what to do, and they both just kind of turned and walked opposite directions of each other. And we played peekaboo with that bear coming through these trees behind me over here. And he finally just, this weather hit again, and he just bedded up in the timber. Well, I assume because he went into a patch of trees and he hasn't come out in maybe 20 minutes. So we're about to get a hellacious storm for at least the next 24 hours, and it's going to get really cold. So instead of getting soaking wet and everything sitting here when it's too windy to shoot, me and Charlie are going to head back out of here, try to get to camp before it gets too nasty, and bed up like the bear did. And then hopefully we'll be able to get him in a day or two when it hopefully warms back up. Branches that are dead on live trees underneath the...
There you go, little guy. So yesterday we were on a finger ridge glassing for a couple of the bears we'd seen across the canyon, and it got a little windy, and I knew it was supposed to storm, and I did not want to hike across avalanche chutes in the wind with falling trees because facing one fear is bad enough, but 2 simultaneously was no-go for me. So Justin and Charlie hiked back with me so I wouldn't die, and left me on a different ridge to glass while they went back across like 3 or 4 finger ridges to pick up one of the big bears that we'd seen. So I glassed for a while, and then the storm hit, so I packed up and started hiking back to where our tents were. And I glass across a completely different canyon and see a huge black bear at around 720 yards. So I am rushing, trying to find a good spot to shoot because there really wasn't one. And as I'm doing that, I hear, and it's super loud, and the bear ran into the moose we had spotted earlier. And they scared each other, and then I couldn't find the bear. The moose took off uphill, so I find a better spot to shoot from in case he pops back out, and I'm breaking branches. As I'm doing that, I look up, and about 300 yards away is this giant black bear just staring at me, and he just slowly walked uphill before I could even think to grab a gun. And then about 20 minutes later, that bear I had originally seen popped out around the same yardage, and I took a shot and clean miss, unfortunately. And right at that time, Justin, like 10 minutes later, Justin and Charlie showed up, and we picked up that black bear. I had another shot at him. I just decided not to take it. I wasn't feeling super confident at the moment, and wanted to make sure the gun's on and everything. And so yeah, that was a fun-filled 30 minutes yesterday.
You forgot the great spring storm of 2024.
Oh, well, I was gonna let you go to your update.
We heard a shot, and so we took off running, and I'm pretty sure Charlie almost died. And but anyways, I heard my wife shoot. I didn't know what was going on, so we ran down the trail, I don't know, half mile or something, and got to where Katie was. She told us she shot at a bear, and then yeah, we glassed for a little while longer, picked up the bear, and just decided not to shoot because it was getting stormy again. And then we came down here, and it started raining and snowing, and yeah.
Winding.
And then last night we had a pretty nasty storm for, I don't know, it probably hit it. It started raining as soon as we got in our tents, but the wind and everything hit around 1, and it was nasty for a few hours.
So hoping we have more.
It's looking good now.
So
We're hoping we have more opportunities. We've been rained out and snowed out most of our hunt. So if it gets just a little clear and a little nice, I think we'll be able to put a bear down. This has been the toughest spring bear hunt as far as us seeing them and getting it done that we've ever had.
we've seen some bears, but it's just been a short amount of time to actually get it done.
And
So,
I just kind of blame Charlie for being here because the only time we miss is when he's around. So he's probably just screwing with our guns
yeah.
to make a good video or something.
Took off solo today on a death march. Katie and Charlie are going to be up the mountain where Katie saw those bears last night, and I'm going to drop down into this nasty ravine, cross onto the snow-covered hills, and hike a little bit up drainage to get eyes on about the same elevation me and Charlie were hunting yesterday. And I'm hoping there's going to be some bears tucked away in there that never get bothered. It's just a really nasty hole, and I don't even want to go in there. So, yeah, long story short, it's going to be a hellacious hike, and my legs are already feeling it. So, yeah, good luck to Katie and Charlie. I hope they have one down in the next couple hours. All right, well, I just got to where I'm gonna sit for probably at least a while. I can see all this right here and up into there. Some good looking stuff too. And I can see pretty decent right here. And then if I need to make a move on something or go further up the canyon to make a move on something, I can. This next draw right here, it's kind of hard to tell on video, but it is nasty looking. And that's fine, but I don't want to push too far too, because where I am right now, I have a good angle to see into all these little avalanche chutes. So I'm good with staying here for a while. I'm going to build a fire and try to dry out, because I got wet coming in here, because it's just, it rained all night last night, and then kind of froze this morning, but by the time I was going through that snow, it was just slush. So Kate's right around the corner of this hill looking at the other face. She saw a few bears on it yesterday, and what I'm looking at right now looks good. There's some green stuff and some really good spots for a bear to pop out. So I'm just gonna sit here and wait right now and hope for the best. I think one of us is gonna shoot a bear in the next couple hours, but keep you updated. All right, well, that didn't take long. I just spotted a bear up the canyon, about 600 and something yards probably. I don't know what he is. He's like right behind a tree for me, a live tree. So as soon as I cut this off and I see him again, I'll put the phone scope on him, and I'm gonna get a rifle set up. I'm not gonna be super picky if it's any type of mature bear. gonna take it. So, don't have a lot of time left, and the weather's just getting worse. It's only probably like 40 degrees right now, so wish me luck. He is right behind that tree right there. That tree. And there's all those trees above him. And I'm worried about him going into there. I just luckily glassed him up, so. Sorry for all the updates, no action, but I just picked up another bear. And then I looked up about 30 seconds later, and the bear that I had first seen walked out, bedded down in a different spot. So it's bedded down, and I'm trying to see what this other one is. This other one's closer, so I would rather shoot it. It doesn't look as big. I think the other one might be the big one that Kate shot at last night. It's a nice bear, but it bedded down in a way I don't really want to shoot at it. And the wind's picked up a little bit, so I'd rather try to shoot this closer one if I can, but we'll see how it unfolds. Why are you climbing a tree, dude? What are you even doing? Just gonna sit in the branches, just hang out. 30 degrees outside and you're just pissed off? Yeah, get that branch. Oh! Keeping on two wheels, buddy. Hang on. Pull. Oh! Oh man, that thing got the best of you, huh? Poor guy. Fog's rolling in and out, and snow is rolling in and out. And every time it's out, I can pick up both the bears bedded. It's no good ethical shot. So I'm just waiting. I know at some point the weather hopefully will get a little bit better. And when it does, they're gonna stand up. And I'm gonna decide which one to shoot. I'll look back at the video, the short video that I got of the lower bear. The one I didn't see as good. And it's through the bushes and stuff like that, but I feel like it's a good bear. It's closer, so if it's windy, I'll just make a last minute judgment call and shoot at that one. I know the upper one is a good bear. Just, I watched it with my eye for a while, so. Now that's it. I'm just gonna sit here and eat jerky by the fire. And, hopefully Kate's seeing something too. Kind of hard to see, but that bear's bedded right there in those bushes, just to the right of that green branch that comes down. Little fur ball. Don't want to speak too soon, but I'm pretty sure that's a bear down. It's 500 yards. Felt money about the shot, middle of the middle. And I heard him death moan down here. He took off like a bat out of hell. I didn't ever see him again. There's a line of trees going down. I think he died somewhere in it. because I had my eyes up immediately, and as you guys can tell, I got some nice glasses now and I can actually see. So pretty sure got a dead bear across the canyon down here in the bottom. I'm stoked. It's not a giant, it's a solid medium, I think. I'm not exactly sure. I think it's a medium, but we'll see when we get over there. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Luckily too, because the other bear that I saw that was bedded while I was watching this one come down, getting closer to me, the other one just freaking stood up and walked like 600 yards without stopping. So this one was my only chance. Luckily it worked out good. I was sitting here thinking, oh, there's like nothing that can go wrong, and that one just got up, just hauled ass away. So yeah, hopefully all good goes with the recovery over here, and this one's dead right where I last saw it running, and yeah, stoked. All right, so found this beautiful bear. Probably went 35 yards. It's like raining and snowing. Terrible weather for spring bear, but luckily I made a perfect shot on the bear. I probably only went like 35, 40 yards. There was zero blood though, and bears just tend to soak up blood, or they're dead on their feet when they're running and they're just not pumping blood. And basically, long story short, I just tracked it based off of its footprints for probably 35, 40 yards, and walked right up on it before I even saw it, because I was coming up over this rise. And just pretty stoked. It's been a grind for us out here. We've been out here, I think this is day 5 or day 6, and we've seen some bears, but they're just not out very long when we see them, and it's been hard to make good on it. So I'm stoked. It's a solid bear. Now I got to get this thing all broke down, and I got a couple miles back to camp through some pretty rough country, and hopefully Charlie and Katie are all right, and they're nice and tucked away in the tents right now, because it's not good out here. If I hadn't shot this bear when I did, I don't know that I would have had a chance at it. So just grateful I made a good shot, and happy to move on to the next one. Yeah, so got everything loaded up in the 8K. Carcass is over there, and everything's ready to go. I'm just stretching out the back a little bit after cutting up that bear, and I got a nasty side hill for a ways to get out of here. It's either that or drop into the creek bottom, but it's thick down there, and there's like 4 or 5 feet of snow, so I already had to come through there. Just walking through there, I can't imagine trying to walk down it for a mile. So I'm just going to gut it out and side hill through all this thick crap, and try to go as fast as I can so I can make it back to camp before dark, hopefully, but we'll see.
You having fun yet, Charlie? Oh, the great storm of 2024. Did I get him? Yes! Man, we sat here in the worst weather all day long, and it paid off. Yes. I think it was 696 and he was done, and I just saw him moving, not doing well, and I put one more in him and he slid down that avalanche chute, which is good because that saves us a little bit of walking. Cheers. It tastes so much better after you kill a bear. So today we decided to split up because, was this day 5?
All I know is the days are winding down.
Yeah. We have like tomorrow would be our last day. And we have had horrible weather this whole time and not much luck on bears within shooting range. And so we decided Justin was going to go off across canyon to try and pick up his own bears, and Charlie and I were going to go up to where I saw and shot at that bear last night. And so that's what we did, and we doubled up today.
Yeah, I immediately regretted my decisions when I left here because I dropped all the way down into this canyon and then had to side hill across like in 4 feet of snow for, I don't know, a long way. But as soon as I got there, I picked up a bear, and then shortly after I picked up another one. And after, I don't know, maybe a couple hours, one of them finally gave me an opportunity to shoot at it, and smoked it. And cut it all up and packed it all the way back here, and I was about to die. I was 90% of the way back, and I heard a shot go off. And yeah.
We have one more day tomorrow, and it's too late and too cold and foggy to go try and trek over across canyon to get my bear tonight, so we're going to do that tomorrow. And yeah, doubled up on bears. That's our first time doubling up on bears. Idiot.
When you put in like that kind of effort into something and then just like it all comes together, it's hard to duplicate that feeling. Like it's just something you don't get anywhere else. When you're working that hard for something and it happens and you can just sit there and kind of like look at the landscape that we're in and everything. You're in the landscape, it's snowing, and we're just like as happy as you could possibly be because we put in the time, we put in the effort, and everything paid off, and you're just kind of sitting there like you're basking in your own glory, you know, like, hey man, we could have given up, we could have done this, but instead we're here right now on top of the world because we didn't give up and we found a way to beat the mountain that day, you know. Drop down, I think right here. See where this opening is right there?
Yeah. I'm trying to decide if we should go straight up the avalanche chute or through the bushes. Beautiful jet black. Oh yeah, all wet. That hide's gonna be heavy.
Looks like a pretty good bear.
Yeah, it does look like a good bear. He's thick. Or she, I don't know yet. Face is off. Looks like a good head.
I brought your trekking pole.
That's not from my bullet.
It might have bit itself, or another bear might have bit it.
Look at those ticks, how big those ticks are.
Like hell to keep the wolves away.
I just think on hunts like that, there's two different types of people. There's the people that endure and just believe that it's going to be successful, and there's the people that would have probably packed up camp and just left. For me, it was like, we're still seeing bears,
we're not going to have a lot of opportunities. We just have to try to make good on every opportunity. And we did. It just kept not working out. And then it finally did work out. And it's not like the weather when we got our bears was any better than any other day. It just ended up, that day, it ended up working out. I mean, we spent several days doing the same exact thing that we did that day. It just worked out that day. And that's when when times get hard, when weather gets bad, I mean, all those things, it's always going to be stacked against you in the mountains. They live there all the time. We just are there, for a week. So if you only have a certain amount of time, you really got to make it count.
'Cause now it's my turn to keep the wolves away.
We made it back to camp after going and retrieving my bear and got all packed up, and we're gonna hike out right now, and that's a wrap for Spring Bear 2024.
It's going to be heavy. Thank goodness we have Charlie, who's packing out a bunch of meat too. And then the weather still sucks, believe it or not. So
We've been
at
through
least it's consistent.
Yeah, we've been through more blizzards than I can even count.
Yeah, all of our stuff that we just packed up soaking wet, so that added some weight. Plus, I'm carrying a bear, Kate's carrying a bear, and meat, and Charlie's carrying meat. And it's gonna be a rough one.
And
All of camp, so
yeah, but worth it.
2024 Spring Bear.